And now with 7:15 left. Picked up. Little shovel popped up, gets knocked back down. Here comes another shot by Maple Shade, goes wide. Past the goalkeeper, Zach Polis. Again goes back out to Belmar, number 97, Declan Collins. Oh, took a banana split over the middle. Stays alive here, a long possession. And finally it comes to an end. Gonna have a face-off on the other side. Face-off goes in the way of Maple Shade, but now Goldstein going in, a high pass. Now deflects the other side, and we'll have another icing. Don't forget, this week on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, we're going to go from the little street hockey fields here in Egg Harbor to the big stage. We'll be at the Trenton Thunder Ballpark in Trenton on Monday. 6 o'clock start between the Maple Shade Wildcats and the Holy Cross Lancers. A night game over at a minor league ballpark with high school programs. Then will be Tuesday the 8th, Cumberland and GCIT. Thursday the 10th, a rematch in South Jersey Group 1, the final in baseball between Woodstown and Gloucester. And then Friday, got another Olympic showdown with the Seneca Golden Eagles and the Bishop Eustace Crusaders.
Hey, Dan, it looks like they got a penalty out front here.
Gonna have a delayed penalty.
It looks like it's on a White. 97 White with a high stick.
That'll put them on the power play grid here. And Belmar getting hit with the early power play. And Caden got that one right, so. So Maple Shade will go up 1. And we go back to it as the Leaves start their power play. This is a good opportunity to kind of break the ice here. Both teams have been pretty stagnant in the early going. Obviously, both teams just looking for that little momentum shift, whether it's a goal or a really good save, something that can get these benches excited. That one is deflected by Maple Shade, picked up. Ooh, sorry about that, camera had a bit of a mishap there. We'll have to fix that at intermission. Graham Franks. Franks, long ways out, blocked by his own man, Riley Morrill. Picked up by Jake Stizer. Feeds it back to the center line. This one now passed out to the right. Franks, again, far away. Can't get that one to go.
Passed it into the corner.
And
Nice save.
now got a save by Polis.
He might be a little goalie, but he's very nice at saving the ball.
So 4:27 left. So exactly. Got to put a 0 in front of it. 0-4-2-7. Goes way past center ice there. Blocked by the stick of Maple Shade's goalkeeper, number 25, it looked like. And then Franks again with another volley at center ice. Ball finally pops out. Still goes back to the opposite blue line. This one from way downtown hit the post. Now Morrill tries to go back, couldn't get the shot there. Polis retakes it on his feet.
Lost the stick out front.
Yeah, that's going to obstruct Polis a little bit here.
The net looks like a little came off a little bit.
And now they'll stop the clock. I don't know if they're going to fix that net or if... I don't know. That wasn't Polis' stick that he lost. I think that was...
No, I think it was his stick because when he went to go
It looked like he had a little trouble getting up, yeah.
But that was a great save by Zach Polis, number 29, goalie for Belmar.
Yeah, he's been good out there today and now looking to find an opportunity to save a little bit more here in the first period. Back rolling now. 3:42 remaining in the first. Belmar with the deflection. Smith on the offensive front for Maple Shade. Some good stick work there from number 25, Brantley Skakowski. Still rolling back behind the Maple Shade net.
Oh, out front, out front.
Oh, couldn't get it.
That was very close.
Very close for Belmar indeed. Hits the referee, goes back. Now another chance as they're going to ambush the net. Really good crashing of the net there. Couldn't get one to go in, though.
And I think that would be an icing.
And it will be. 2:51 left in the first. Don't forget, this weekend we've got a Dan Wilkins Broadcasting doubleheader. It's the Cinnaminson Pirates and the Sterling Silver Knights at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 12th, and then Haddon Heights and Pennsville and Haddon Heights at Heights at 2:30 on Saturday. Again, that's April 12th. As we get a little bit closer to 500 broadcasts, today is going to be 487, 488, and 489 with the cadet game to follow. So should hit it sometime in the next 2 weeks. This one's going to go back out. Belmar with a chance, feeds it back out to Freeman, who will now bring this back in the correct direction. More contact in front of the bench. Mergliano going out for it.
That's 28-2, Connor Pate going for the ball. Oh.
And now Morrill goes in for it. Good chance for Belmar that got taken away. Mergliano. Held on to it for a little bit longer than you want, but now Bowman's going to go out for it. Here we go, another chance goes through the legs of Morrill.
Connor P has it, chips it out.
2 minutes left in the first period.
Little scuffle on the boards on the far side here.
Yeah, a couple guys tangled up there.
Oof. It looks slippery out there today, boys.
Especially with that rain earlier today. Carter Truex got caught up on it. That one goes back off.
By Dunn. That was a nice shot there, just a little bit high.
That one again goes over the middle. 2-on-1 is Dunn. Feeds it back out. And now again,
chips it out.
Harry Dunn tries to get it there and stays alive with 1:20. Little trouble there for Collins.
Ooh,
crashing the net.
Front.
Couldn't get it. Goal! Belmar!
Number 22, Connor Pate.
Well, we talked about Pate a lot. And he picks up his first goal of the game and the first goal of the game. 1-0. So 1-0 Belmar. Now with 1:10 left. Still rolls back out. A one-hopper saved by by Zach Polis.
This Belmar team lost to Maple Shade last time in the championship by a lot of goals. Now they're got their number and keeping them out of the net.
Here we go again with a minute now. Some of these players keep getting caught up with the whistles from the other rink, trying to figure out if that applies to them or not. It goes back over to Belmar with number 27, Jason DeClerico. And that time that applies here.
That would be offside.
Yeah, I was going to say, he looked a little bit ahead. Here we go. Bounces back out. Maple Shade has it with Vincenzo Mancello.
That looks like Dom Davis trying to clear the ball out here.
And now Collins with a bit of a backhand shove. Goes back to Beauchamp. Robert Beauchamp for Belmar. Now Soka couldn't get it. Davis with another deflection. Ball gets stuck in the middle. 15 seconds. Collins comes up with it.
Oh, that's a shot. Oh, out front. He's there. Oh.
Very close there for Belmar.
And that looks like it might be an icing. No ice. There
No
it
ice,
is.
and they're able to save it in front. That ball skips into the
Goal!
goal. Maple Shade ties it up, but will it count before the end of the period? I think it went in there with about a half second left. We'll see if it counts. We're going to wait on the official word as it went in. Scoreboard hasn't been updated yet. We're waiting to see if that counted. Unfortunately, Polis went down. Goal is good. And game is tied 1-1 after one. We'll be right back here on DWB. Little trouble there for Collins.
Ooh,
crashing the net.
front.
Couldn't get it.
Goal!
Goal. Belmar.
Number 22, Connor Pate.
Well, we
with
talked
the
about
goal.
Pate a lot. And he picks up his first goal of the game. And here at Egg Harbor Township, 1-1 is the score in the second period as we re-enter. And here we go.
That's dumped in by number 97, down to the corner.
That being Colton Farquhar. Riley Morrill going in. Goal, Maple Shade. 15 seconds into the second period. And that's shoveled in to make it a 2-1 ball game.
It looks like Maple Shade came out with some fire this period, Dan.
They have come out very strong. 94, that is Riley Morrill. Had a good shovel just a couple of seconds ago, and it only took 16 seconds to score in the second period. They'll stop the clock with 9:30 here. This one is a high flyer. But now another chance for Maple Shade. Belmar comes up with it. And going behind the net will be Freeman.
An icing.
And the icing gets called there. Remember, EHT and Belmar will be back in action in the cadet final. No freshman game today, at least not on our network. Already had a handful of stoppages, and we're only less than a minute into the second period. That one gets shoveled back out. Little check at the boards there. Stizer comes up with it. Belmar deflects.
There's a little scuffle on the boards with Stronsky here. Oh, high shot and away.
Yeah, they've been taking a lot of those slap shots, especially Maple Shade, but now Belmar is getting in on the action. Those slap shots from far, far away. And now another chance and a nice save. Going in for it right at chest level.
That's a good save by Zach Polis with the
Good to see that he came back in, too. Good to see that he came back in after that injury at the end of the first. Got hit a little bit hard there. So 2-1, Maple Shade, rather. As they scored 16 seconds into the second period. And it immediately goes out of play on the face-off. Okay, I think it's back. We're gonna wait, so we're gonna wait until this reconnects, and then we should be okay. All right, we are back here at Egg Harbor. We apologize, had a internet issue. We'll reset the clock for everybody. It's 2-1. You didn't miss any goals. But here we are, 2-1, 5:05 left in the second.
Why the break was going, we had a penalty on Black, but it doesn't look like White came up with a goal.
Yeah, that power play came and went while we were off the air. I'll do another face-off at center. That's a good explanation there that one of the referees had it as good, the other didn't, so a little bit of compromise there. So now Freeman goes back for it.
He's got two Maple Shade guys on him trying to take the ball from him.
Yeah, some really good defense there from Maple Shade, especially after getting up a goal in the first 15 seconds of the period. Here we go. Mancello couldn't get it. Very good save by Polis. Now it goes back to Smith. This one's popped high, knocked down. Mancello again, no good.
Looks like number 32 on White blocked that one.
Yeah, that was blocked by Belmar's Antonio Stith. Now another chance, and saved by Polis to stop the clock with 4 minutes left.
It looks like both teams are changing their lines now, going back to maybe their first lines, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like right now, because I think for Belmar, when they're down by 1 in this situation, time is of the essence. You want to get back on the board very quickly, and this is one of those situations where it's going to be very important that you don't fall asleep at the wheel in that situation, especially after getting the first goal of the game with Pate. Now they've got a chance to tie it back up. Belmar immediately takes it away. They have a strong advantage. Here we go. Pate, who scored the first time, now feeds it back over. Couldn't get it.
Very close out front of the net there.
Very close indeed. Parisi.
Oh, there's.
Back to Pate. Open shot. Blocked at the midsection.
It looks like Dunn right there. Cleared it in.
Eventually came out with it. Knocked down. McCoy.
2-on-1. 2-on-1.
McCoy. Saved.
Nice
Polis.
save, Polis. There we go. What a save by him.
Polis comes in with it. And he has been very good on the defensive end today. Even with Maple Shade's 2 goals, has been holding down the fort.
He made some very decent saves today, and it's actually keeping Belmar in this game.
I would agree with you there. 3:31 in the second. Back over to Mergliano. Now another shot, McCoy.
Ooh,
Another save,
another
Polis.
save.
Pate over the middle. Shot blocked at the midsection. Little deflection there by Collins. Rolls back around to Truex behind the net. Flips it to Dunn.
Dunn shot. Ooh, just out front.
Now this goes back out to Truex.
That looks like it was blocked by number 33 out front.
And being Mergliano again. Morrill goes a little bit over there. Had the second goal at the beginning of the period. Morrill rolling along the side. Shot.
Ooh,
Almost had it all by himself.
Polis.
Deflected off the foot of Truex.
There goes Collins, number 97.
Collins and
Belmar.
Ramsey.
Looks like Collins is taking it around the net. Passes
Collins.
it to 25. Ooh, just out front.
Yeah,
Missed left.
Skakowski almost had that one.
Number 71, it looks like Robert Beauchamp tries to get it, but it got cleared out by Black, Maple Shade. Looks like that would be an icing there.
Indeed it will be. 1:58 left in the second.
This is a very good game between the Belmar Bears and the Maple Shade
Leaves.
ball hockey team.
Just like the Washington football team, we don't know if they have a name. No, they're the Leaves. Not really Maple Leaves because we're not in Canada, but they won the Beaver Championship against these guys in the preseason event in our first time covering this league. And here we go. Knocked down. Farquhar in for it. Farquhar still working through it with a loose ball. Wraps around the boards. Picked up by Dom Davis. Now Skakowski couldn't get the shot. Tries to wiggle it in with the stick. Still goes over for Shade.
Looks like Davis has it, trying to chip it out. And Beauchamp picks it up, going down on a 2-on-2.
Beauchamp.
Passes it across.
Goal! Tie game! Belmar.
Vincent Stronsky with the goal from Beauchamp from the pass to back door. That was a nice shot there by number 11, Vincent Stronsky.
Stronsky gets the goal, and the game is tied 2-2. And with 1:24 in the second, this game, just like the Penguin game from before, has been leveled up little bit of a confusion there on the face-off. Went out of play, it looks like into the bench below us.
Looks like Maple Shade's changing their lines up. And so is Belmar.
Yeah, a little bit of a wake-up call there to tie up the game at this point in the second period. Now Maple Shade wants to look for something new here in the third as we approach the third.
It looks like Maple Shade had the momentum coming into the second, but looks like Belmar took it over.
Absolutely, they took it away, and now 1:05 in the second. Awfully close to a carry on a hand pass there as now it gets dropped down.
We got 55 seconds remaining in the second period here, boys.
A little shove.
Oh,
Morrill couldn't get it.
Close. Oh, pass out front to number 00.
Shot.
Oh,
Mancello.
tipped outside the net.
Yeah, it got tipped up and tipped away, and clock stopped with 39 seconds left.
2 goals for both teams, and it's the second period. What a coincidence.
There you go. Just like how the first ball game was with the Penguins, 2-2, and
Stronsky or Skokowski would have chipped up the boards. Could it finish? 25 seconds remaining in the second period.
this one's floated up. Ball stays alive. Look at the Polis going way out. Hard hit. Play stays alive.
10 seconds remaining in the second period.
See
Shot
what
on
they've got in
net.
the
Oh,
store?
out
No.
front. Oh,
Oh, good. 4, 3, 2. Let's see what they can get. Beauchamp, no good. Bounces off the
good.
net, and that's the end of the period. 2-2. As the game gets tied by Belmar, and a late hard hit on Zach Polis will highlight the end of the period. We're through 2 here in Egg Harbor. It is. Third period here from EHT, 2-2, tie score. They check on the goalies for Maple Shade and Belmar here in the Beaver Championship, and immediately the ball goes out of play. So we'll face off again. And another pop-up goes back over to Freeman. Goes back behind the Belmar net with Zach Polis. He's made some good saves today. And we will have an icing called as Franks went out for it. Don't forget, we'll be on the air for the Cadet Championship in about, I'd say about 20 minutes with EHT and Belmar again. Our third of 3 today. Puck drops, and now it's Stizer. Ball goes through his legs. Skikowski is there. Another pop-up. Lands towards the opposite circle. Now Skikowski there, guarded by Franks. There goes another shovel. Here's Morrill. He's up with it, and blocked by Polis. Goes back out to Stizer for the lead. Slap shot, no good off the right side of the boards. Still goes back out to center ice. Morrill again looking for his second goal of the game. Blocked. Polis lost his stick. He dives forward. And now Maple Shade will take some time here.
Yeah,
Little check with Morrill.
That could have costed Belmar the lead there, but Zach Polis came up with a fabulous save.
Slides it out to the right. Here's Franks. Another good save by Polis. Proving your point there as Graham Franks couldn't get the shot off. No penalties in this game, or actually only one penalty in this game so far. And now Belmar wraps it around. Way away past Miller. Rather, Gavin Boyer, the goalkeeper for Maple Shade. With 8:25 in the third, we'll have another face-off after the icing. But what I like about Belmar in this early going, not early going because now we're pretty far into the third period, but you know, they have been very resilient on offense, and of course they have relied very well on their goalkeeper Zach Polis. But we'll have to see how they fare in the next 8.5 minutes, just in terms of getting the offense fired up after they just tied the game at the tail end of the second. Here's Mergliano. That one shot over the head. Polis back behind the net. Maple Shade looks for a wraparound. McCoy falling away,
Wow.
couldn't get the shot there.
That was a good stick by Polis.
Good stick by Polis, and again, McCoy got the shot off even while falling away. Mergliano picks it up after deflection by the goalkeeper Boyer. Back over to Declan Collins. That shot is no good. .7:45 left in the third. See what they've got in the tank here. Collins with contact with Taylor. Little shovel shot, went past everybody. Now here comes a laser off of Dom Davis that couldn't go. Now here's Mergliano again.
We've been hearing Mergliano's name all game long.
And he hasn't even scored for Maple Shade. That one, look out. That one hit off the trash can on the other side of the field. Towards the third rink over there. Yeah, 3 rinks here at Egg Harbor. We're on the East rink. The preseason tournament had their finals on the West rink right over there behind us. As now another face-off will ensue with 7:07 left. Here we go. Sliding in, Beauchamp couldn't get there, just got past him. Goal! Belmar! They take the lead as they bring it from downtown.
Wow, what a shot by Vinny Freeman from, I think it was the red line. That was
a long ball.
That was a laser of a shot there.
Maple Shade in that last preseason tournament, they had been firing those balls from the red line and the blue line all day. And they picked up the pace, maybe less so in this one. But now Belmar gets the last laugh as they pick up another goal. I'll tell you, if Belmar wins all 3 games, that will be quite an interesting precedent, as this one goes through. Dunn, slapper over the head of Boyer.
Wow, that could have
Missed
been
his glove,
another
too.
laser of a goal.
That would have been a highlight reel worthy one indeed. Dunn gets a shove. Boyer, or rather, Polis goes in. Some shoving after the play as they'll figure things out here. Whoa, look out. They're still going into it. Zach Polis getting things broken up there. They will go back to 5-on-5, or they will remain at 5-on-5.
Well, was there any penalties for that, Dan?
I don't know. Yeah, referees are signaling 5-on-5, so I think that they're going to keep things at, let's see here, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Looks like we're staying at even strength here.
Yeah, so they'll stay at even strength. Maybe just like kind of an offsetting thing in that situation. Here's Beauchamp. Skips behind the referee on the sideboard. Back over to Mangello. A little shove. Bowman with the shovel. Back to Luca Manello. Smith behind the net. Back to 11, Manello. Again, Polis keeping his head on a swivel here, looking for the save. Couldn't get it. And again, another shovel. Ramsey. Guarded by Skikowski. Sliding over to the right side. That one gets deflected. Parisi.
That was a smart play by Parisi there to get the ball out of the zone. And that was an icing.
Just a good deflection there to make sure that nobody was able to come in on it, and that ended up working out well for Belmar. 5:21 they lead. This broadcast is brought to you by Vincent's Lawn Care. With spring being right here, you can get top quality landscaping throughout South Jersey by giving our good friend Vincent a call, 609-413-0403. Goes back out to Davis on the back line, hit his own man in the head, Stith. Belmar trying to hang on to a clean possession here with Wallace in. So Jared Wallace loses it. Maple Shade, and a good deflection there by Pate. He had that first Belmar goal in the first period. Trying for a wraparound, looking to light the lamp for the second time. Still looking for that opportunity. Passes it back out to the right side of the goalkeeper, Boyer.
That looks like Joey Goldstein outside there.
Yeah, Joseph Goldstein came in on that one. No good.
No,
Pate
close out front.
now slides it out. Another good chance here as this one goes over.
Maple Shade with a smart clear out of the zone.
And Stith will keep this play alive with Davis. Crashes that one down. Here's Mancello again. A little shovel knocked down by Sitzer.
Nice move by
Here's
number
Collins.
97. Ooh.
Save. Boyer right in the glove. Both goalkeepers, despite the score of 3-2, they have been very good in their ventures today. Both Boyer and Polis hanging on to a lot of saves here, even with the 5 combined goals.
Both goalies keeping their head and not getting out of their heads and not letting no more goals in for these teams so far.
Very good point there. Sliding over to middle. Here's Morrill. Truax now will slide this out. Here's another opportunity knocked down by Riley Morrill. Again, a goal scored today for Maple Shade. Slaps it off the boards. Rolls it out. Polis goes in, traps it with a save. 3:28 in the third. Belmar looking to hold on. Maple Shade looking to turn the tide and tie the game. Looking for their own little hero. Morrill and Truax. Now it is Dunn who has it after the face-off. Here's Truax. Another deflection. Declan Collins is in. Three minutes gone. 3 minutes to go, rather. A good little deflection.
No icing call.
Yeah, that's right. They'll keep it alive there. But some very good offensive dealing there from Graham Franks. But now the possession is in the hands of Belmar. Here's Vinny Freeman on his horse, sliding to the right. Can he get it through? Blocked by Boyer. Maple Shade shovels it out. It's off the hand of Dunn, but now the ball goes right back to Maple Shade.
Oh, Belmar was just offsides there. Could have had another scoring chance.
Yeah, we're going to have a delayed penalty, it looks like.
Nope. The ref put his arm down here.
Okay, never mind then. And no icing either. Play stays alive. Decently long volley here.
2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third period of this Beaver Championship game.
And this finally comes to an end, but a nice little jockey back and forth between these two teams. .209 in the third. And a timeout will be called by Maple Shade. Good time for it, as we'll go to a quick break. 2:09.
Garden State. In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Here at EHT, 3-2 Belmar in front. As a third period goal from Vinny Freeman gave the Bears the lead, and just like deja vu from the Penguin game before them, they've got a late lead, but now Maple Shade will look to counter that here late in the third. Timeout was called by Maple Shade. They return from that. Now with 2:09 left, here's the faceoff. Morrill in for it. Now Stitzer. Back and forth. Graham Franks lost eyesight of the ball for the second. Now backhand doesn't go. Graham Franks again still in on it. Belmar with another deflection. You wonder how long it's going to hold before or Maple Shade decides to pull the net if they don't score.
No icing call there.
Yeah, no icing call either. I think they'll wait until about a minute unless they score to pull the goalie.
Now here it comes now.
No, he's going to come early. He's going to come with a minute 30. They'll get the extra attacker, McCoy. Morrill coming in right behind Polis. Polis goes for the slide. Back out. McCoy deflects it. Whiffs on it twice. Now it goes back to Stitzer.
Gets out of the zone.
Back at the red line for Mancello. Now here's McCoy. Minute 14. Game just ended behind us. That was the buzzer you heard. Little backhand. McCoy can't get it. And a slow roller to Polis. Some more shoves in the middle there with Graham Franks.
A minute and 5 seconds left remaining in this Beaver Division Championship game. 3-2 Belmar Bears over Maple Shade Leafs.
And I like the fact that Maple Shade is making very good use of that defensive line, especially with their net empty. That was kind of the mistake that happened in the Penguin game, was that they left their net open, but they treated it as if they didn't have anybody there, and they treated it like a normal play. So now they've got Mancello back there to pick up the pieces. We've got, there's 2 helmets stuck together. Oh my goodness. Freeman and one of the Maple Shade guys, that is number 8, Chase Bowman, they had their helmets stuck together. And that is
I don't think I ever seen that before.
both of the refs are smiling. They had I think their metal cages just like stuck together. I can't say I've seen that. And kind of a weird time for an equipment malfunction to happen in the final minute of a close game.
That was crazy, Dan. I never think I've seen that before.
And you're the one that plays this sport. That one's over the head. Goes back out to Franks. 45 seconds left. Shot by Shade. Polis, save, whistle blows, 35 seconds left.
This has been a long shift for number 94, Morel.
Well, he's the guy that Maple Shade wants out there more than almost anybody. He scored the second goal of the day for the Leaves. Now an empty net. This is the dagger. Johnny Beaucamp taps it in. Looks like Belmar's going to go 2 for 2 on the day with Penguin and Beaver wins. As just like, almost exactly like the Penguin game, an empty net goal makes the score just a little bit more on the edge of the Belmar Bears. Now the score is 4-2. Maple Shade again keeping that net empty.
Wow, that was a tough one for Maple Shade.
It's a tough pill to swallow, always.
Yeah, an empty net goal with 28.3 seconds left to almost be able to tie the game.
Especially since they had some good opportunities on the offensive end to tie the game as well.
Yes,
That's
very
not
close.
easy, because you know that there was an opportunity where they could have had it.
They could have maybe at least tied the game. But Belmar got the empty netter to seal it. Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't count anything out after what happened with Houston and Duke last night in basketball. I would say that any miracle comeback is still possible in the world of sports today. That one goes over. Miller. Back to McCray. Slap shot. That doesn't go. That's what I was talking about. That would have been a good opportunity. They still have the extra attacker. Back to Parisi, though.
It gets blocked.
Maple Shade player goes down. Lost his stick. Clock is going to roll, and that will do it. Belmar wins it. They're 2 for 2 today, 4-2. Back-to-back games with a third period go-ahead goal, and Vinny Freeman will be the one to take care of business.
Wow, that was an amazing game here, Dan. That was one to watch.
It was definitely very good indeed. Vinny Freeman with the go-ahead goal, as Polis with an excellent performance in the goal net, and AHT and Belmar will follow. They're still attending to that Maple Shade player down there on the far side. Looks like he's okay getting up on his own power, and that'll do it in game 2. As we'll have the Cadets up next. It is EHT and Belmar again facing for the second time today after an early matchup in the